Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Friday, and you know what that means. That's right, it's time for viewer levels. But also, of course, as I always do, I like to start with some other stuff. So we'll get through that up top. And one of the things in particular we will do before viewer levels is this level right here, which I've been showing off for the last couple of weeks as it's come together. Well, I think it's ready to go. I think it's ready to go, and let's just go ahead and upload it. That's my thoughts. As is, um, I'm feeling brave. I'm feeling bold, and also if it needs iterations, honestly, I think we would be well served by just, you know, letting people actually get their hands on it and tell me what they think. At which point, the changes and alterations can be made. But I think this is ready to go. Before I get into that, before we do that, okay, before we get into that, I'm gonna check my notifications. Hey Droop Man, hey Bowser, how's everyone doing? By the way, let me see here. Yep. Okay, nothing big there. Just plays and likes. First off, sub goal continues. I've said this the last couple of things. You can see down there now I've put the details, the full details of it, like overlaid over the sub goal thing. It's basically whenever we meet that sub goal, I will schedule another stream. That stream will start with Sonic Adventure 2 last story, the last couple of levels of Sonic Adventure 2 from the final chapter, which is just one really hard level and two bosses, one of which is really hard. I don't know about the other one, how hard that is, but it shouldn't be too long before we get into the movie slash Mario Party. So whenever we hit that, it'll be good. Also, I'm gonna include the subs from Adrian, and I believe Rock had one. Was it Rock who had one? Let me grab my mouse and scroll and see who was the other sub. No, it was RD from OK, or RD Fine as he was once known, or RD Negative Strike. He's gone by multiple names before, but RD from OK was the other sub. I'm gonna count that towards the goal, so you can see there I put a 2 next to the 1. So we basically right now need 7 more subs, and then we'll do that. It'll be a whole thing. What else? What else we got? Oh, there's new bonus heads. That's right. You know how it is. You know how if y'all are like have followed and been here a bit, y'all know that we got these bonus heads that I can bring up, and they are of various characters. And from the recent Sonic Adventure 2 streams, I have had these two heads here, Shadow and Eggman. I've also added, just go one by one through them. Here's the other set. It's you can see who it is. It's Sonic and Tails. Those are some pretty good heads. And of course, like all the other bonus heads that are from non-Mario sources, they are weighted against. So there's 5 copies of every Mario related set of heads. Whereas there's just 1 copy of each of these bonus heads. But hey, if you get lucky, you get one. I think it's a pretty good one to land on. And that of course is for subs, and also for the first one to be in the lightning round also gets them. You know how it is. Pull those down. That's the new head update. Next, randomizer roulette giveaway incentive. I mentioned this last time, but basically during the randomizer roulette, which by the way is coming up, let me show off the promo image for that. The randomizer roulette is on November 20th, about a week and change from now. It's the weekend after next week, basically. And that'll be my extra live stream. It's going to be at least 12 hours long. And we're going to do basically randomly switching between 4 randomizers every 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll try to finish all 4 of them in one span. And I've mentioned before, there are incentives for like eating a bean. There's an incentive for doing a Metal Gear Solid playthrough series starting in December. And also, I now have one more thing to offer, which is that someone from the MinMax Discord was offering Steam codes that I can give out, that people doing extra live streams can give out during their extra live streams. So I now have a hello, Lord Cell. I have a code for Yoku's Island Express on Steam that I can give out to the folks if they, if for like donations or whatever. I'm not sure how we'll do it yet. I was thinking it might be fun if we did some sort of like auction type thing after I beat one of the randomizers, and that's where we'll do it. We'll do it like once the randomizer is beat, we will do some sort of thing or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. Y'all let me know if that sounds fun, or if it should just be like random between all donations throughout the night. But we have Yoku's Island Express. I'm thinking specifically it should be. I want to do it like related to the closure of the one. How's the level creation process, Lord Cell asked. Well, that's the next order of business because it is done. It is ready to go. I'm gonna pull it up in the course bot, and you can see, by the way, you're gonna get going, Lord Cell. You can see that the level has been, I've already clear checked it already, so that's been done. And I think it's just about ready to go. I don't see any issues with it currently. I think it's time to hit publish and put it out there, basically. And that's what we're going to start tonight by doing. I'm just going to play through it for y'all, show you what it looks like. There's a couple of big areas that I've added since the last stream. This is obviously not it. They're all after the midway, but we'll get there in about a minute. You know how levels are. They take about a minute to get through. Well, maybe not just a minute. So, of course, this level, hey, Seagull. This level is, based around, a lot around, like, Magic Koopas and stuff. You see there, I've added some guards to that area there. You can run under these guys. Nice little risk reward there. Go under, over. Add this to make it so that you could go high if you wanted and avoid like those Magic Koopas on the ground. Here, if you go down, the crushers break the platform, so there's a little bit of a challenge there if you take it on. Here's the new area. A little bit of blue platform stuff, and if you don't have Yoshi, you end up getting it by dropping down onto the thing. CP is well located, yes. Here's another sequence. In this one, you have to go down on blue platforms while eating these guys. And when it finally drops out, there's a key on the left, door on the right. Have you used a red Yoshi? I considered that, but ended up not being really room for it. If I did add a red Yoshi, it would be at the very, very end, and I found that to be a little bit not as cool. Also, the other thing about Red Yoshi is that there's no synergy with the Wigglers are immune to Red Yoshi, so they end up being a little bit of anti-synergy. Anyway, there's the last section there.
Oh yeah.
As you see, the last sections were that I added since the last stream. Where let me pull it up in the maker. Oh, Droopman is asking if I used a red Yoshi in a level yet. Not necessarily in this one. Yes, I used it in Mushroom. What's it called? Mushroom Mile. Mushroom Mile has some of it. Anyway, There's a troll level from Lord Cell in the queue. That's nice. Looking forward to that. So this is the first new area here. Just a little bit of blue platform stuff, based with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Few Crusher here, you know, some Pokies there, and a Yoshi there if you can get it. Thank you for the follow, Captain Pollution TV. Let me show you, by the way, what this looks like if you don't have the thing. If you don't have a mushroom, if you don't have a Yoshi going in, which you wouldn't coming off the checkpoint. You fall in and you get on the Yoshi automatically. Pretty smooth and pretty good. And then this part, you're probably going to have Yoshi. But even if you don't, it's not that scary. I'll show you what it looks like if you don't. Good evening, that's right. So if you don't have Yoshi, you can still dodge those motherfuckers. And it's not that scary. With this section here, I wanted to make sure that there were options for like how you did it. Right, like you can jump over. You can jump over. Jump on that guy. Go under like that if you want. Then you can go like a high path here. And then like go under here to get back to here. Or you can do it in any number of other orders that also are you know, kind of viable in their own right. I guess you could just go like up to begin with. Like this. One trick that I employed here. You could go like that as well. One trick that I employed here is that this Pokey is above the hook. So when it spawns in, it falls into the hook like that. The reason I did that is because if it was on the hook to begin with, when you spawned in here, it would automatically just drop off the hook. So having this separation means that you can do like this, and when you go up to the top, it'll still be on the hook. See? Anyway, feeling like this is pretty good. This part is maybe a little bit fraud. If you don't know, you can just literally run under them, which is, by the way, really, really sick. If you don't know that, there's two things you can do. One, this guy is high enough where you can just spin, jump over. And two, there's some guys underneath, and you could go like that if you so pleased. If you didn't know about how that worked. Interesting level, thank you. Anyway, that's the level. I think it's done. Let's go ahead and just hit upload. Like I said, I already did a clear check, and I already recorded a thing for it. So, Koopaverse 3, Meteor Meltdown. Runaway magic reactors have burst open and cooked the secret meteor base. Is the description. Sword justifies it being a desert. Standard theme. Let's see. I'm curious. It might be a little bit hard. All right, there's the code. One more step of the process. Let me just go ahead and I'm gonna type this on my phone real fast. CTV-LK2-35G. Okay, one more step here. One more step. Go to album. I have here a clip. Yeah, that's part of the code. I have here a clip of the level. I'm gonna upload to Twitter. Here's the clip. Basically, whenever I make a level, I make a clip like this. I work hard to make like a really good run that's 30 seconds long and sort of gives you a good taste of what it's like. That's the clip. Go ahead and post that motherfucker. Let's see. What's the verbiage here? Brave? Let's say brave. Plunge into. Let's see. What are we gonna say? Let's basically just mirror the description. Runaway magics. Runaway magic. Runaway magic reactors have cooked and burst open. I want to double check what you noted down there. Yeah, I should. I think I'm right, but yeah, CJT. That's right. I have that written down, Siegel. If I said CTV, that was me misspeaking. But the code I have typed out is right. Okay, runaway magic reactors. Maybe it should be more of like a call to action. Hmm. Yeah, sometimes I misspeak. I know. Um. Shit. Brave the ruins of a of a magical reactor that that's boiled over. That's boiled over. Cooking and busted open and burst open in Koopaverse 3 Meteor Meltdown. I do say in the description that it's Meteor Magic Reactors. Magical Reactor. Brave the ruins of the ruin of the magical. The wording is weird there. Brave the ruins. How about enter the ruins? Enter the ruins. Enter the ruins. Copy editing is hard. I'm writing a tweet to promote the new stage. Enter the... Enter the ruins. Let's go with that. Fuck it. Of magic... Magic reactors. We'll no, yeah. Magical runaway magic reactors. Runaway magic reactors have boiled over. And burst open. The secret base. Have boiled over and burst open. A once secret base. A once secret space base. There we go. That's the description. Some story is always nice. Yes, I agree. This is, you know, when I came up with the name, I figured out that, like, oh, it's gonna be Magic Koopa because it's all those Magic Koopas are around. That sort of justifies it. They were up to some magic that run amok, and you know, has sort of gone critical. And there you go. That's how it's meltdown. It also justifies why it's a desert. The reactors have just cooked the fucking asteroid, turned it into a desert, made it super hot. That justifies things quite well. LJT LK2 35G 35G. Alright, that looks good. Also, look at that. I added an emoji to my name. I added a rocket emoji after it recently. Thought that was a good idea. Alright, it's posted. Y'all, check out the level. Tell me how it's feeling. If it's too hard, if the last sequences feel a little bit not so thought out. I think it's cool though. I think the last sequences are cool. I like the red coin hunt right now as it is. I was sort of constrained in a lot of ways by space. Droopman got through it in one go. Well, that's a good sign, I think, as far as fairness goes. Y'all have another look at it. My last level, you know, this is World 7, by the way, so I will say I'm not like... If this clear rate ends up being like 7%, that's all fine. Used to post your level codes, but I stopped, Lord Bowser. Yeah, it's a bit of work, but I feel like so long as I put like a really cool video, people might see it, and they go, oh shit, that looks cool. I feel like definitely a cool video is more likely to catch people's attention than a cool name or a cool description or whatnot. At least that's my feeling. I don't know if that's really the case these days, but, you know, hey, Droopman has the world record, that's right. Check that out, y'all. I got the code right? Let me double check that real fast. Yes, okay, good. It's the same as in the thing. That's right, Koopaverse is the name of the world. Let me show you why that makes sense. Let me pull up the world maker. It makes sense because in the world maker, the world will be something like this, where you see all the 3 levels in the middle. The, you know, this level here, Cold Ice Comet. This level here, Meteor Meltdown. They're all in the middle, and they all use, like, these circles to make little asteroids. So that is why that had to be a desert, because, well, you see there, that's how the world works. So as to follow with the trend, this one has to be water. Or I guess it could be, in theory, it could be trees, but that looks weird. That looks really weird, just hanging out in space. This looks a little more natural. I guess it could also be a ghost house. No, that doesn't, they're clouds. Why are there clouds? We're gonna use water, yeah. It'll be aquatic. I have written here aquatic asteroid, which is which is kind of named after aquatic mines from Sonic Adventure 2. You don't see three-way split that often. Yeah, I feel like it made sense for this layout, and I think it's pretty cool. And also it means that, honestly, I can make these levels pretty hard, or like reasonably hard, without worry of like holding people up. If you really can't beat a level, just go ahead and go on to the final boss, which is, by the way, gonna be called Ne'er-Do Nebula. I am realizing now we're only 2 levels away, actually like 1 level away from doing Ne'er-Do Nebula. Oh wow, it's been a long road. Huh. Nearly there now. Wow. Wow. Jeez. I'll say, like, Ne'er-Do Nebula has been like an idea, a rough draft for like the better part of a year. So the fact that will soon be becoming a real level, soonish in the vague sense, that is exciting. First, though, I have to do Aquatic Asteroid, and I'll say the ideas for that are pretty sparse. Is that like the final level? It is like the any percent final. There is a world 8. This is called, yes, there is a name. It is called Bonus Biome. That's right. This Bonus Biome is the 8th world. This is sort of like the special world, Super Mario World. It's like the Lost World, Donkey Kong Country 2. It's a bonus world. It's a bonus biome. That's the name of the world. Bonus Biome. And it has levels such as Sunburned Sanctuary. Like 10 levels to go. More like, now that we uploaded the last level, more like 7. Ripsaw Rainbow is another one there. These are in the wrong order, but hang on one second. Let me put these in the right order real fast. This one ought to be, well, this one, Pokey Pressure, ought to be Dimlit Derelict. This one ought to be Pokey Pressure. Let's see there, Pokey Pressure. And that one ought to be the Playtime Palace. 7 levels left to make. Yes, and at the rate I'm going right now, it's gonna be next year. And by the way, I'll pull up the whole card for the Super World. Add this card. And by the way, now that I've done the 33rd level, I'll have to update that. Hang on, I'll do that now. Alright. And by the way, check out that new level. Hope y'all like it. You know, let me know if it's too hard, if there's anything that's fucked. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty well. And, you know, I'll say it uses a bunch of enemies that I've not used in the Super World, which I feel really good about. There's not that many enemies I have to use now, or have to find a use for in a level or two, or whatever. You know, we've kind of hit most of our bases. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let me update the balloons. Let's see. World level. There we go. Should now be a 33. How's that looking? That looks fine. No. Yep. All good. Okay. Waluigi's Triple Threat. Available sometime next year. Finishing sometime next year. Look forward to all that. I don't know what I'm doing for the next level yet. Quite. Let me talk about... We'll get into the viewer level soon, but let me do one more thing, which is... I'm going to go back to the couch. let me talk to some of the ideas from the next level real fast. Triple Threat, that's right, that's the name of the super world. Really like the name, Waluigi's Triple Threat. It's a good, like... It uses Waluigi. 1, that's fun. 2, it's sort of a nice little reference to Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, except it's Waluigi's Triple Threats. And, 3, I like the idea of Triple Threat as the name. That's a fun little term that I can just throw in there, and it, you know, gives it some flavor, you know. New Super Mario Brothers JS has got to go when I'm able to start on the second one. So I'll tell you, I haven't actually done any work here. You know, on the aquatic asteroid, the ideas are pretty... You gotta... Okay. Aquatic asteroid, I haven't really started any ideas. I will say I was at one point thinking of making it a like, using the same mechanic as an earlier level I did, which I'll just show off right now and talk about real fast. This earlier level used a falling and like raising water level to make a thing similar to Lockjaw's Locker from DKC2. So you see here, when you go through the pipe, the water level starts at the bottom and starts raising towards the top. And that way, I've essentially made a trigger-based water level, where the water level is just going up and down according to your progress through the level. Of course, this is an illusion, but still, I think it's pretty cool. Also, I gave you things like the bow and arrow, which allows you to, you know, do stuff like this. You got this section here where you can, like, collect coins as the water level falls. Cool shit. I considered doing the level like this, which is fun and works, but I don't know, I feel like redoing an idea like this feels a tad bit weak. I don't know, I feel like maybe it should be like its own full idea, rather than like a retread of this idea. But, of course, this idea isn't in the Super World, so it would be fair to do it. Also, I was thinking, like, one thing I could do differently from here is the subworld could totally be, like, vertical, at which point the falling and rising water levels would be like, it'd almost be like a different sort of illusion, right? Also, a vertical water level, I think, is inherently really good, insofar as, you know, swimming upwards is faster than swimming from side to side. So, you know, if you do a water level where you're swimming from side to side, it's a little more faster, a little more fastly paced, which I think is nice. That said, it does mean that the level would have to be using this archetype. The level would have to use this archetype rather than, you know, an actual water archetype, which I do think would be a tad bit weird. But maybe having trees in the background isn't so weird that it can't be an aquatic asteroid. You know, and maybe we can do something with theming that makes up for that. All those ideas are really early on. Maybe I'll find a really good idea that doesn't use that same thing. But, you know, it's just a really good water level. Honestly, I'll say there is a mechanic I had from a while ago that would go that works really well in a water level that I used in this level. Let's just show this real fast. We're not going to show the whole thing. This is an older water level I did, the first one I ever did back in the first Mario Maker. I remade it in this game. And this level sort of focused around going up vertically, which, you know, I think, again, works really well for water levels. But also it uses these conveyor belts to make it so that you can really just zip across side to side, so long as you have, like, have the stuff. By the way, the original level didn't have parachutes, so that was added in the remake. I will say I think the parachutes are not always good. I kind of messed up in that respect. Shouldn't have done the parachutes in all the cases. One case in particular, a piranha plant makes the parachuted power-up a little hard to collect, which is a little regret I have, but it's just a little regret. Here in particular, see the power-up ends up right where a fireball is. That's kind of unfortunate. Really should have tested that more and realized that the power-up was not in a good way right there. Anyway, will each level relate to each world? You mean, does each of these levels, do you mean, do each of these levels refer to an earlier world like these three? Initially I was thinking that, like, when I made Koopaverse 2, I used a lot of ideas that were kind of used before in Honeycomb Hollow and Frosted Forest. But in trying to force that for Meteor Meltdown, I ended up running into walls. I was trying to make the mechanic from Bonehead Bramble work. Oh, you're talking from Lord Bowser's world. Gotcha, okay. I was trying to make the ideas from this work, but I ended up not doing that. But I did slip in a little bit from this level here into Meteor Meltdown, just as like a little bit. So, you know, as you're playing through the world, maybe you'll notice that and be like, oh, that's neat. Anyway, I think that's... Anyway, hope that when y'all play that super world, y'all think, well, neat. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go with the water level. I have to do a lot of iteration, a lot of testing, a lot of brainstorming, and really figure out and really crack open this next level. Anyway, you know what time it is now. It's time now to actually play some of these dang viewer levels. Let me also take out the part. I'm going to take the new level upload out of the title of the stream, just so that, you know, people know. What's your favorite world from your super world? DS. I'll answer that ask me again after Bowser's level. I feel that about you know, pushing the first viewer level any forward. It's time for viewer levels, folks. It's time for viewer levels. Oh, also, I guess Droopman is actually first. You know what? Top of my head, I would say... I think... World... I think... It's either Pirates Peak or... that's World 4. Or Coastal Cup, World 5. Pirates Peak was the first high-concept world, being that it's both a pirate base and a snowy mountain. So it's kind of a little bit of a high-concept idea. I guess Fear Forge is also a bit of a high concept, just like a factory world. But yeah, I also think that World 5 is also a really high concept. That is the tropical racecourse world where the Mario Kart music is always playing. I think that one is really fun and goofy. Hello, Seabass Pantheon. How you doing? Seabass. Seabass, that's how you say it when it's a fish. Seabass is if it was like an instrument. You're doing good? Fantastic. Also, hey, Whoa Gamer Guy, thanks for getting in the level. Anyway, let's get down to it. Let's get into these here levels. You know, I'd say it's hard to pick favorites. It's hard to pick favorites. If I had to, I do think, like, the best level might be the second one. Or the first one that I actually did. That'd be Crumble Rumble. The second best might be... I think like one of the levels in World 4 is right up there. I really like how World 5 gets a little faster and looser. And World 6 just had a lot of really difficult levels to make as far as like high concept ideas that sort of broke that sort of broke out of like what previously was like in the thing. By the way, let me explain how this works for those who like haven't been here or whatever, you know, new to the stream, to the channel. The way that the viewer levels works is if you're here when your level comes up, I give it the full time of day, which outside the lightning round means 15 minutes plus 5 last tries if that's not enough. If you are not here, I still play the level, but I do so in very nearly but not quite sudden death, wherein I only have 2 tries to beat the level, refreshing at checkpoints. So that's how we do things. Hope y'all internalize that and shit. It's a fun system. Allows us to play more levels, while also, while also being, I think, fair to the people who are, waiting in chat patiently and shit. Wouldn't you all say? Ooh, I like this area here. I can't remember the last time I saw a coin formation formed out of a diamond like that. That's an interesting... I mean, like a diamond that's not just like 4 coins, but actually more than that many coins. That was a nice shape for a coin formation. I'm always thinking about like what sort of shapes that coins should go in. You know, what sort of shapes would be interesting, what sort of patterns would be helpful to like give the players cues and ideas about what they can do, what sort of coin shapes aren't getting in the way of anything. I'll tell you, with Yoshi, it's actually kind of a weird thing because Yoshi can eat coins. So if you put coins in the wrong place, they'll totally like blunt your Yoshi, make it so that Yoshi will try to eat an enemy and end up eating a coin instead, which kind of sucks. So you have to design around Yoshi when you're using them like that. I'm always trying to think like, okay, well, should this level do something different? Should I do like a weird coin shape? What exactly is the idea here? And trying to give each level its own personality in that way. Let's be honest, you like the second Droopman world more than the first one? Yeah, hey, Droopman, I'm sure the thing is, like, we all get better in time, right? And, we have more creative ideas, and, they turn out a little more... They end up being more ambitious, right? Next up is Lord Bowser. Let me pull up a card. I got lots of cards, as always, as usual, as sometimes. I'll say I'm not always going to have these cards, because, geez, if it doesn't take a while to come up with enough things to talk about to, cover up any, like, slow time in the stream. But, first thing, God of War Ragnarok came out earlier this week. Been playing it. Talked about this last stream, but I'm going to talk about this today as well. Haven't played it since the last stream, since, I did the stream late last night. And, it's only been a day since then. But, Ragnarok's, it's pretty good. I'll say I'm not, like, the biggest fan of the original God of War remake. And I'm kind of finding the new one to be about the same. As far as, like, you're making another level on an Ultra Count Lord Bowser, that's nice. First world was more focused on expanding ideas to be more difficult and cool. Gotcha, Droop Man. Yeah, it's always a process, like... And I'll say, like, I personally... As far as Super Worlds go, my first Super World, I think, is a lot less fun and a lot less cool than the one I'm making now. First one I made back in the original Mario Maker. Anyway, Ragnarok, I think that its pacing is a little bit rough. I have also been dying a bit, but I think it's the new Ragnarok, new God of War, maybe a little bit better about like spawning health pickups during fights, which is making some of the harder fights like manageable, since you can always like look around oftentimes and find a health pickup waiting for you to grab if you just take the risk. That said, it is a little weird since the camera is so zoomed up into you in Ragnarok. It's a little hard sometimes, like looking around for a health pickup in the middle of a battle. You can barely take your eyes off the bad guy, and looking around is just gonna lead you to trouble. But I guess that's the risk reward. I also do find that the pacing in Ragnarok is a little bit rough for my tastes. I think that, ooh, does this do what I think it does? Oh, I was expecting it to give me a power-up based on whatever I got. Oh! I guess I hit a blank. Gotcha. Anyway, yeah, so God of War. I feel like every sequence in that game between plot points is a little bit too long for my taste. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like so much of that game is just like, okay, time for a fight against some, like, minor bad guys, you know, some fodder. And then you beat them, and it's like, okay, time for a puzzle. And then it's like more fodder, and then it's another puzzle. And you're just sitting there going like, when is the story gonna start again? I want some story. I want some story in this game, because that's like what's pulling me along. And the story is good. The story is pretty good so far. You know, I think that maybe God of War 1, the first God of War, had like the stronger thrust as far as like the Atreus stuff. The father-son story, I think, was the best in God of War, the first one. But, you know, hey, it's Ragnarok. Things are surely gonna pick up by the end. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, everything that the whole game has built up to. It could be really good by the end. I'm just not fully feeling it at this point. We'll see. Hey, Mild Remedy, how you doing? You Lord Bowser saying the first Droopman Super World, you'd have to give a 7 out of 10. Dang. I'm pretty generous, man. I like to... I don't feel good about rating Super Worlds like that. First off, I use a 5-point scale, so I would only do like a 4 out of 5, or a 5 out of 5, or a 3. But, I think all of y'all's Super Worlds are really good. I wouldn't say a bad thing about them, other than constructive criticism. I'll say I think that, you know, I put a lot of work into my levels, obviously, but I do believe that a good level can be pretty simple, pretty chill, pretty whatever. You don't need to be super complicated to be a nice level. You don't need to be super involved to be a nice level. You can just be, you know, fun. Light. It's fun in this game. Ooh. Lord Bowser redeemed the 7-life challenge. When his level, when he is back up in the queue, we'll do that. And I'll say now, after his 7-life challenge, we'll do the lightning round. That's how we'll pace things out tonight. All right, it's Lord Cells, and oh boy, this is a troll level, right? Oh shit. It's auto scroll. Don't fall into the pit. Don't jump and fall into the pit. See, we're learning things. How about a card? Did you hear about Control 2 were announced? Control, obviously, is, I say obviously, is a game from a couple of years ago about, like, from like, Remedy, the makers of Alan Wake and other games. I have a Control shirt on right now. because I saw the news and was like, oh, that's cool. You're gonna finish World 8 this weekend, Root Man? Nice. Good show. What? Okay. I probably need a duck or something under that, huh? What was I saying? Control 2. Looking forward to it. That'll be really good. Oh, wow, that works. But also, if you hold down for too long, you just drop into the pit, huh? Shit. World 8 is going to be a short world, only 6 levels. Gotcha, Droop Man. That's short, huh? I do full-length worlds myself. Looking forward to seeing that, you know? The first Control was really good. I do think that there were some issues with difficulty in the long run. I think it got a little bit... Some parts were really frustrating in the late game. But it is a really cool idea. Probably the coolest thing that Remedy has done in forever. Oh yeah, so you need to duck and then unduck with perfect timing. Wow. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with that next. Is it going to be still within the Department of Control? Is it going to be in a new place? We'll see. World 5 from your world was 12 levels. You know, I don't remember how many levels are in each of your worlds, Droop Man. But I do remember, now that you said that, you know, I do remember a super world with a lot of levels. And it makes sense that that's yours. How do you stop yourself from going down? That's a difficult trick. Also, even if I did that, like, what do you do from there? Don't fall. By the way, I'm gonna do another card. Did you hear about Kazuna AI, or Kazuna I, getting an anime? I saw that story, and I thought it was pretty weird. Just mostly because Kazuna I, in the, you know, if y'all remember, was one of the original VTubers. But, you know, that's sort of like multiple generations ago, if you know what I mean. Like, Kazuna AI is like a classic, has a brand name, but like has a lot of subscribers, but like it's really been overtaken these days by like, you know, stuff like what the fuck, you know, like minor VTubers, stuff like HoloLive, minor VTubers. There's a lot more VTubers now than there were back when she was doing stuff. Also, like, yeah, you know... Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea what we might do here. That was not the idea. Like, cause... Jeez, it's been so long since I said it. There's like, so many, like, HoloLive streamers that are, like, bigger than she is currently, that have overtaken her. Oh! Hold down and to the right, and that totally just, like, pops you into the thing. Look at that. That's sick. So it's kind of weird that she's getting an anime. I feel like that's a decision made by someone who's, like, not up to speed with, like, what is the trends of thank you, Slim Blank. The trends of VTubers right now. That said, hey, you know, more power to her. I also know that, like, with Kazuna AI, they've done some weird things as far as duck jump to die. I can do that. I can also just, you know, I can restart. I can start over. There's also, thank you for the good luck, Slim Blank. There's also just like, ooh, look at that. We got Shelmet. This can't be right. What? Oh! Wow, that's a neat path. I bet this is the thing. Eh? We got a checkpoint. The checkpoint might be a bad thing. I've also heard regarding Kazuna Ai, just like, you know, apparently she's been kind of franchised. The thing that VTubers do nowadays, if, like, the actress, the person who's, like, actually behind a VTuber retires or stops being a VTuber, the character is retired as well. But Kazuna Ai was different. She actually got recast, which is just extremely, I think, extremely weird for a personality, you know? It's like, you can recast the host of a talk show, but like recasting a person? With recasting an entertainer? If suddenly you said, like, if you said, like, out of nowhere, like, hey, this new guy is now Cedric the Entertainer, there's a new Cedric the Entertainer, I would say, that's not how that works. You don't get to just say there's a new Cedric the Entertainer. And similarly, I don't know that you can say that there's a new Kazuna AI. That's not how people work. So, you know, hey, I'll add this all to say, whatever. It'll probably be like a forgettable project. No one will watch it. There's been other VTuber, like, animes that have hit, and mostly been, forgettable things that no one actually watches. Maybe Crunchyroll gets it, and then everyone realizes, like, oh, this is weird. This is not what we look for as far as, like, VTubers go, and it's also not entertaining in its own right. This ain't it. I don't know what CEO said. Oh, we should do something with VTubers, but maybe it was not as good an idea as you would think. Okay. If we were big here, we could get through the pipe. But we're not big there. I still got more cards. Got lots of cards. Well, not as many. I've had more cards than previous games, I'll say, but now's a great time to cards, especially since I'm just slowly dying right now. I've been meaning to watch Liz and the Bluebird. Mentioned before, the last couple weeks I was rewatching Sound Euphonium, and Liz and the Bluebird is the movie that is based off Sound Euphonium. It's one of the movies that like follows it up as like a sequel to it. I feel like I need to not hit the P switch. I need to not hit the P switch, but also get off the platform here. Been meaning to watch that. Just haven't found the time in the last couple weeks. You know, I'll say like spending an hour and a half on a movie is a big commitment for a weeknight. You know, especially if whenever I watch an anime, whenever I finish watching an anime, I like to write up a little letterbox style review and put it into the notes of, god damn it, put it into the notes of my my analyst account, Annie List. It's a website, and that tends to take a little bit. So doing that as the last thing of the night, kind of, you know, will end up with me just wanting to watch something else that's like a cooldown as a wind down activity, so not really something I want to watch last in the night. Okay, oh, look at that. We got through without doing the thing. Now what? Well, I can get this. Is that a bad thing to have gotten? Get this, jump up here. No, this is nothing. Spending an hour and a half at the end of the night is a little hard, so I haven't been able to find the opportunity for that, but it's on my list. Things I want to do. Wait a minute. I thought maybe you could jump up on that pipe or something. I guess not, that's not allowed. Is that an arrow? Made out of blocks, pointing downwards to the right? Well, if it is, it's not really saying anything that we don't already know. Well, by jumping, I kind of screwed up the timing of that. Big mushroom is key? Well, how do you get that big mushroom, though? Where is a big mushroom to get? Wait a minute. Could it be? I just thought of something. I'm holding down right as we start. Can I just go back through that pipe? Can. Ha 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 ha! Returns you to the start too. Oh my god. Is this the CP? The checkpoint? This is a trick. Oh my god. We thought we made progress, but now, no. It's an evil CP. Damn it. Wow. Do you take troll levels? Clearly I do. Do you take troll levels? Asks Nin Alexander. Yes. Please observe. It's easier to restart. You're right. That's true. Yeah, it's an evil checkpoint. So, yeah, might as well restart. Still, I got through most of the sequence in one try. Thank you for the level. By the way, I will say though, for what it's worth, by the time your level is going to come up, we will be in the lightning round. And the lightning round troll levels maybe a little harder to get through. It's easy to get up through the left. Thanks for the hint. We're about to go to 5 last tries. 5 last tries to beat this. Up and to the left? Like, but. Timer is up. 5 last tries. I'm holding down and right now. That. And yeah, fly up here. It does work, don't it? That. Fall down here. Oh crap. I gotta land on the fucking letters. Okay. 4 tries. You know, I will say, regarding troll levels, I do think they're like better than a good troll level can be good. Because a good troll level is basically just a process of deduction, right? Just you figuring out like, okay, what's the next step? What am I doing now? What do you do here? Go through here. I think if you go up here, you're fucked. Aren't you? Okay, we go here, we're fucked. That's the second try. That's right? You go up there. You have to be Big Mario. So that much we know. You gotta be Big Mario. Well, this part is all easy now, because I've done it a couple times. Gotta be Big Mario. This makes us Big Mario. If we go down, that's just looping. Oh, damn it. The thing takes us up if we dilly-dally at all. There's nothing to do over here. Okay. Got this level pretty much down, though, at this point. We got it up to here down. Like, this much we can do without fail. You don't think it has something to do with, like, going fast? Like, there's no way to maintain the P-switch until you get into this section here, is there? Wait, Ah! Don't go back through the pipe. You'll as Big Mario, you'll get de-Mario'd, you'll get de-bigged. You'll take a hit. Fuck! As the last try. Thank you for the level. Very nice. We figured out a bunch, but we weren't able to figure out how to keep Big Mario over in the second part of the level. Maybe we needed to just run left immediately, hit the P switch, and then, you know, continue on to the left. You'll send it later. Hey, you know, as yours is relatively short, says Nin Alexander. I will say, Nin Alexander, by the time your level comes up, I would expect we will be in the lightning round. The lightning round, by the way, is a part of the stream where I only have 5 tries to beat the level, 7 for subs, and also for the first level of the lightning round. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's see next. Let's spell next properly. Next level is Sea Bass Pantheon. Sea Bass. You are up. Go ahead and confirm. The way that this works, by the way, is if you're here, I give you the full time of day, 15 minutes plus 5 last tries if that's not enough. If you're not here, I do it in sudden death. So I'm gonna punch in the code. Pull up another card while I do so. Bocchi the Rock might be my anime of the year. Earlier in the year, when Kaguya Love is War Season 3 ended, and ended with, like, one of the best hours of television I've ever seen, I said, God damn, that's going to be hard to beat for anime of the year. But god damn if Bocchi the Rock isn't making a case right now. Just so much creativity, so much... It seems like everyone is having so much fun writing it, animating it, just doing, like, weird insert shots. Like, there's live action footage in a couple of the episodes, just apropos of nothing. Just this, like, a fun twist, and it's like, yo, you never see that in anime. Like, oh, there's just stock footage here as a joke. What? Okay, that's funny. Or, like, they recorded themselves popping a balloon. and putting that in as like a representation of her will popping as if a balloon. It's like, that's animation. Wow. And there's been some shit like, oh my god, y'all, you should see, like, there's a tweet that someone made where it's like, you could do an art course on like just stills from Bocchi the Rock, where like things just start getting weird. Like there's a point where Bocchi is just like a cube, just like abstract art version of herself. There's points where like her lines are just zigzagging all around. There's parts where she goes into squiggle vision, you know, like home movies, the show, just as like a bit of flair. It's like above and beyond what like any other anime has done as far as like fun things like that. Yes, there have been a surprising amount of anime this year. It's been an incredible year. Cyberpunk, Spy X Family. Yeah, Spy X Family is for sure. Kaguya Season 3, spectacular. I think, what else is up there? I do have a list of anime I was looking at for like overall anime. Yeah, I have here listed out. The Dr. Stone special was really good. That one was really good as well. Dress Up Darling, Licorice Recoil. I thought the Demon Girl Season 2 was great. Ya Boy Kong Ming was fantastic. I really liked Shine Post. Princess Connect Season 2 was surprisingly good. Executioner and Her Way of Life was phenomenal. Really, really amazing concept in that one. And the first episode had an amazing twist. If Kaguya had like one of the best endings of a season, Executioner had one of the best starts of a season. Bocchi also has one of the best starts of a season, but that's neither here nor there. Call of the Night was really fun. Gundam Witch from Mercury, that's really promising. Aowashi was great. Shadow's House Season 2 still is good. Diamond Recipe for... I'm just reading out anime that I have listed in a list that were really, really, really fucking good this year. I really love Slow Loop. That's just a really good slice of life. Fishing anime. Healer Girl was nice. Komi had a second season. Daemon Recipe for Happiness. Love After World Domination. Really good. Damn, there's been a lot. And I think that's not a complete list. There's been a lot of good stuff. You don't watch a lot of anime these days, Nin Alexander. Gotcha. I don't see Sea Bass, so even after all that stalling, so let's go ahead and put it into Nearly Sudden Death. This level has a 5% clear rate, so maybe we'll be able to get through this nonetheless. Let's go ahead and do it. Do it to it. Okay. Ooh, I think this is gonna be some sort of challenge precision level where, ooh, fuck. This might be an annoying one, actually. By the way, I'll say for reference, during the lightning round or during last tries or during this, for levels that are like timeout based levels, you know, where the only way you'll die is by timing out, I do count a timeout as all our lives. Regardless of the rules or situation, that's just how we have to do things. Otherwise, it wouldn't be very lightning, would it? Or it wouldn't be... We can't spend like an hour on the 5 last tries. That is not the intent, you know? Oh, this is annoying. I can see why the clear rate is like not as low as it was. Not that low, right? Because yeah, you could just you're not gonna die here, but you are going to find yourself unable to proceed. You do enjoy the light novel slash manga. I'll say I'm not a big manga person myself. I have, you know, I've read a couple of them, a handful here and there, but I always feel like whenever I read a manga or a whatever, I'm always finding myself just tearing through it and getting, like, very little in the way of sustenance from it, you know? I feel like whenever I read a manga, it feels more disposable than with an anime. What am I? I'm saying things weird today. Wait a minute. Cheese, hello. Hello. Did y'all know about that cheese? I always find when I'm doing a manga, it's a little more disposable, and I just tear through them. And there are times even when I'm like, when later I think about it and I realize like, oh, I don't even remember anything from that manga because I just sort of tore through it in like a afternoon. You know, it was just sort of just something I was looking at for a day, and then, you know, before you know it, just whatever, gone. You go to Redacted and search by fantasy manga? Gotcha. That makes sense. How do you do this? Oh, I think we have to reset, but we can just do a reset door to do it. We don't have to literally reset. That should spawn in the thing again. Yes. Hey, shit, we're kind of. What's the world record? 9 minutes and 9 seconds? Oh, fuck me. There's more rooms to this, huh? 9 minutes, huh? Yeah, this is an evil level right here. Evil, evil, evil. Still, I appreciate that there's a little bit of cheese here. The cheese at least makes it a little bit nice. By the way, if y'all want to spam like the cheese emotes, there's a cheese emote for followers of this here channel. It's a follower emote, so you don't need to sub or anything. If ever I do a cheese, you can feel free to just pop that in chat. And, you know, maybe I'll find it funny. Made it to the next room. What the fuck's going on here, though? Well, I could kill myself here. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Everyone loves cheese. I'm also... Oh my god. What? Oh, crap. Well, it's possible to get out. I just need to do the cycle. Fucking cock. This is harder than it should be. This is an evil level. This is an evil level. Also, I can't comment on it because... Did I say cock? I probably did. How did I get through the first time on the first go? That was some serious luck. Looking back. Jeez. Eggplant, yeah. Eggplant indeed. JK. We need to cheese dick this, that's right. Cheese dick is another word for cheese, but you add dick for it to be funny, I think. If anyone ever says... If you ever hear anyone say, oh, I gotta cheese dick this, they just mean to cheese it, but they're being fancy. That's all it is. It's like cheese, but fancy. Oh? Oh. Oh, yeah, we did it. Okay. Clouds. Fucking first try! Oh my god. First try, y'all. Ah! Okay. No! Okay. I can't believe that spring blocked our way. Feel like we need to behind this. Now push us through. That spring is fiddly. There we go. Ow. What? Yeah, this isn't working out for us, is it? This whole slide under and try to be pushed by the spring. This level was designed for someone who hates children. Ah, we did it. Okay, cool. A child predator. My god, we got a checkpoint. Well, we'll try again from the checkpoint. Oh, wow. This is kind of neat, actually. I said a timeout would count, but you know what? Let's... A timeout would total... Wait, can we die? Maybe we can't actually die here. Oh, we could totally die. I'll use that to reset the thing. And this looks like it actually could be a hard bit. Let's do it. Kind of neat. Having the Koopaling just sort of be, like, getting away from you. Not quite sure how that works, but okay. We probably need to not have it despawn whatever we do. Push me through. Yes. Do it again. Yes. Okay. No! Oh, yes, 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 yes. Spin jump. Cut. That checkpoint was well timed, I'll say. What? We're going back now. Push me through. Ooh. Yes, I know you were kidding about the child predator thing. I figured that out. Push me through. Yes. Okay, okay, guys. Right. We go right here. There's the key. Oh my god. I go back over to the other side now. Wow. Yeah, this is some dickhead stuff. How did you finish this on one? I guess the question then is, how did you finish this on one try? On like from the first checkpoint. That's some extreme stuff. Maybe there's a developer. Maybe there's a developer door or something. Yeah, baby, we did it. Ooh. It'd be funny if there was a thing that required. Okay. Okay. This is some chaos. Well, we can reset this. A dev exit, that's right. Like a dev star, but an exit. Basically. A dev star is like when you put a star hidden by an invisible block somewhere in a level. And that's the way that the developer finishes the level, basically. God damn it. So long as these stay together, they're not that hard to deal with. But they're a little finicky when you're standing on them, I guess. They start moving a little more erratically. Fuck! Only way to get up on them is when they're up here. Yeah, the springs break up and they become impossible to deal with. You want to be able to get up to the top of them in the first, when they start out, basically. Riding the top springs doesn't really work because of the ones bobbing side to side. Stay on like the lower springs. That kind of worked, actually. Like, kind of just like pulling them ahead by going to the side really fast. That almost worked. Do that again. They all stop when they hit the side, because that's how scroll lock works. Whew. Damn it. But that was close. God. Oh my God. You're having the time of your life right now? Yeah, Kim, this is not bad. Troll levels, you know, or I don't know if this is a troll. Levels like this, they're funny. And I think that's fun. A funny level, you know, is a good, like, change of pace from, you know, like, just good-ass traditional action. Like, this is just ridiculous. This is just absurd. And that, in itself, is amusing to me. Now, I wouldn't want to do this for, like, 3 hours. I wouldn't want to do this forever. I wouldn't want this to be the only level I played on a stream. It'd be absurd. Yeah, baby. Oh, crap.
Okay. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that does refresh our tries. We'll do that. Lose a try. You feel like it isn't funny now? We got through, though. How about something that is funny? Twitter announced... You might have... I said this the other day, but Twitter, in the last week, they rolled out an official badge to, like, replace verification because they were making it irrelevant. You know, making it premium. And, they ended up rolling it back. They ended up killing it within, like, 48 hours. And within another 48 hours, they unkilled it. It's unkilled right now. It's back. Which is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. What are they doing? What are we doing? Just absurd. The amount of like going back and forth Twitter has done in the last couple days. That is a service that is on I dropped my thing. That's a service that's not long for this world. They don't know what they're doing.
Okay, hello, okay, hello, hello, okay, hello.
What are we doing?
Okay, hello, okay, hello, okay.
We're trying to kill this guy?
Hello, okay.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay, hello, okay, hello, okay, hello, okay, hello, okay, hello.
We're going through this door. How long has this been going for? Man, too long, you're right. Y'all are right, this... maybe a little too... Okay, come... fuck. God. I mean, so long as there's new stuff. I guess the thing is here, and I will say I do admit that, like, it is breaking the system a little bit. You know, this is supposed to be sudden death. It's supposed to be a quick thing. I'm being very forgiving because I just kind of want to see where this is going. I do think it makes good content. Sometimes, you know, rules are meant to be broken. And, like, worked around or, like, fucked with. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Twitter. Real fucking shit show, huh? Real fucking shit. Oh, Hello! Fuck! Can you get through this as little... Yes, you can, as Big Mario? I was about to ask if we needed to, like, de-biggin ourselves at some point earlier in the level. That would be a fucked up thing if that was the case, but we don't. We don't need to have de-biggined ourselves. Shit. Okay. That was fucking! That wasn't so bad, I was about to say. No! Oh my god. I will say, at some points we've considered, during like tries left and all, just literally making it so like a big fall like that counts as a life. You know, and having that be how it works, but I don't know, I feel like this is going, this is fun as is. This is a good level for content. Making content here, folks. God damn it. By the way, I will say I did set up a limiter on my microphone now, so even if I shout, it shouldn't go over a certain level. Hopefully that's sounding good on y'all's end. I went, god damn it. that hopefully didn't blow out the back doors. Okay, we're back here. Oh, whoops, you know what, I totally undid it, sudden death, accidentally. That's where we were, actually, this whole time. What the fuck is going on here? Why is this not weird shape? I bet if we hit this P block, it'll make sense. GG indeed. That one was too long. We're gonna have a really late lightning round today, folks, since I did say it's gonna be after Bowser's 7 Life Challenge. Really light lightning round. Okay, shit. Oh, we did it. Thank you for the level. We got through on, I think, 3 tries. We didn't need any timeouts. That level is a hell level. In fact, hang on 1 second. We gotta leave a comment on that motherfucker. We gotta leave a comment. Comment. Where's seriously? Seriously! 19 minutes? Dang. On sudden death? Yeah. 19 minutes? Shit. That was more time than should be spent doing sudden death. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just how it went. Okay, shit. What are we doing next? I'm gonna hit complete so that we never have to do that one again. And I'm gonna hit next, and the next one up is Whoa Gamer Guy. Whoa Gamer Guy just said GG. So Whoa Gamer Guy is here. You know what? I said we'd be going into the lightning round later, but we gotta go into the lightning round now, folks. We've been going for an hour and a half over that. And even if the first half hour was me, like, futzing around with my own level, I think we have been doing, like, an hour of viewer levels. Tell you what, okay, you know what? Fuck it, let's just keep going. I think maybe after this level, we'll go on to the lightning round, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Let me see the list. Let me see the list. How close is Bowser's 7 Life Challenge? Let me see. The 7 Life Challenge. I would switch from the lightning round to the 7 Life Challenge. And then back again, basically, after. Bowser's is like a couple levels away. Alright. Alright. That's doable. That's doable. I can switch back and forth. It's just that I would prefer, like, you know, I've been uploading the VODs to YouTube, and I like to mark off where each segment begins, like the lightning round and 7 Life Challenge. And it's more weird if it goes to the 7 Life Challenge, to the from lightning round to 7 Life and back again, you know? But that's just how it is. That's just how it's gonna be. Okay, I'm gonna put on the timer, and then we'll do this level. Okay, tell you what. I want to say 8 o'clock. For sure, lightning round will start then. But also, I don't want to tempt fate. Nice. Nice, nice. This sounds like the song. Also, it's very flashy to look at, you know? That's a really nice little music stage you got for us. Thank you, thank you. Take down the timer. Very nice, Will Gamer Guy. That's some fucking good ass work. I think that was a nice refresher after the hell we went through. So tough. I'm gonna comment so tough because I'm funny. That's why I'm doing that. Let me look at the comments. This must have taken 1 year to make. Yeah, it's impressive. It sounds just like it. Really good work. Alright. Let's do the lightning round. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go. Y'all, it's time for the lightning round. And let me go ahead and do that. If y'all, this is your first time, during the lightning round, we only have 5 tries to beat each level that comes our way. 7 for subs and also 7 for the first time. Those are represented by the bonus heads, which, by the way, include a couple new ones today. Specifically, the Sonic heads, and also, let me set, and also the Shadow and Eggman heads. So we got some heads from the Sonic Adventure 2 stream I did, where I also had these heads, but they're now, over here now. And I will say, those heads, they have a lesser chance of appearing versus like the the Mario heads are like higher odds basically. So you have, for every Mario head, there's 5 of them. For every non-Mario head, there's only 1 set of them. So I'm going to go ahead and cover them up, and I'm going to give you a little roulette for Droopman, who, by the way, is here. Fantastic. You got Luigi. Luigi. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and get going. Lightning, 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 indeed. I still got cards. Did you hear that Twitter tanks insulin stocks? In parentheses, that's funny. That's funny that happened. Yeah, so because someone made a account of like some big insulin company, and they made an account the same name as an insulin company, and they bought the verification, and they made a tweet saying insulin is free, and as a result, everyone sold their shares of that company, and it lost like billions of dollars in value immediately. And let's be clear here, selling insulin for money fucking sucks as a practice. Like, that's evil. Because, everyone knows the anecdote, right, of like when they invented insulin, they sold the patent for $1 because they said everyone should have this. It should be as cheap as possible. It's basically free to make. $1 is all I want to charge for all I want to get in exchange for inventing it. And now it's like hundreds of dollars because insurance companies are evil. They are evil. And them losing hundreds of dollars of value is funny to me. Also funny to me is someone made a Twitter account of Lockheed Martin. They made one of those and paid $8 to have it verified. And they said, we're suspending the sale of weapons to the United States, Israel, and other countries until we investigate their human rights violations, which also caused the stock of Lockheed Martin to fall off a fucking cliff, which is also hilarious considering that, yeah, the arms industry, it's evil. It's evil business. We all know this. We all know it's evil. But, the plausible deniability, it's evil, and it's funny that they're losing money and are just being wrecked by this just bit of trollery. That is hilarious, and that is like the one good thing that has come out of the verification shit. But it's a good thing insofar as like, oh, it's causing like massive issues. Advertisers are not going to be wild about this on Twitter. Twitter is fucking fucked. They're going to get lawsuited. They're going to be out billions of dollars in lawsuits. Oh my god. Musk, you're fucked. Your idea was bad and it cost you billions of dollars. Just think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second. Musk's idea has just cost him. It's gonna cost him so much in like liability lawsuits. It's hilarious almost. Man, Twitter has just been a fucking trash fire, but like a trash fire that's hard to look away from. And like hilarious every time you do. And I'll say, like, I've been looking at Twitter probably more than I have in a bit, but also it's not good signs for Twitter. They're losing all their money. They're causing issues that's probably gonna get them sued for billions of dollars. Oh god, what a train wreck. That's probably the end, but I think there's gonna be like an alternate exit. Yeah, let's go. This is a nice little traditional level. I like it. I think we're at the end here. Nice. Good work, Droopman. Thank you for the level.
Mario time.
Y'all been keeping up with all this shit? It's like every day there's something new. To the point where, like, yesterday, last stream, I went over, like, a whole list of things that happened that included, like, the official checkmark going away. And then when I ended the stream, I looked at Twitter and I found, like, oh shit, they reinstated it. They reinstated the official checkmark during my stream. Or, like, before it, and I didn't see it. And just, the things I said yesterday were already out of date by the times I said them. That's how fast things are moving. But you can, like, find something out and like want to talk about it the next day, and it's already outdated. It's already bullshit. It's already not right. God. And also I appreciate about this that Elon Musk, the illusion of Elon Musk as some sort of brain genius, has just collapsed into a heap as like he's shown off like, oh, he's actually a dingus. He doesn't know what he's doing. He accidentally bought a company, and now he is just instantly running it into the ground as fast as possible. Wow, people thought he was smart because he, invested in PayPal, which it doesn't take a genius to say like people might want to buy things online. And also that he bought Tesla, which I'll say like he's been good at finding companies to invest in and to buy out, but shit if he's not good at running them. I think there's a little bit of lint on my mic. Might hear a little thing as I pick it out. All right. Next up is Mild Remedy. Mild Remedy. Has Mild Remedy said anything in a bit? Mild Remedy, go ahead and confirm. And I'll play your level, and I'll do so in Lightning Round. Shout out to Drill. One bright spot of Twitter. Drill. Best. I think, people have been saying, like, there's no argument, right? Like Drill, the best account on Twitter that's ever been, ever has been. No doubt, like, the funniest motherfucker that's ever tweeted. And also, there is that famous story of, like, at one point, Drill got doxxed. And everyone just pretended they didn't hear it. Everyone just, like, Spider-Man 2'd it, the scene in Spider-Man 2, where where Spider-Man's mask comes off, and everyone on the train is like, put the mask back on. We didn't see nothing. You're still Spider-Man. We don't know who you are. Your identity will stay a secret. New York believes in you, man. That happened in real life with Will. With Drint. Blech. With Drill, aka Wint. Wint Drill. Shout out to Drill. He posted a link tree of like all the things that all the places he is, the Drill is, and if that's just not a sign of the times, right? I'll see Mild Remedy. I'll see you later, Lord Sill. Thanks for the level earlier. Did we finish it? No, we didn't, but it was fun. Ooh. All right, I don't see Mild Remedy, so let me go ahead and put you into Sudden Death. Oh, this might be a hard level to do Sudden Death. Okay.
Oh, no.
This. I will say, by the way, Mild Remedy, if you are here, you have like, if you are here, speak up and I'll convert you to Lightning Round regular. But
Oh, no.
best do it quick because we are moving on in a second because we ran out of lives. That's how it goes. Thank you for the level. Geez, this second level of your super world and it's that hard? Wow. How many levels are in the super world? Oof indeed. Yeah, dang indeed. That's right. 25, dang. Dang. Are they all this hard? Maybe. I don't know if they're in order. Power cancel, smacking snowballs. Ground pound cancel the victory. Oh, we were supposed to ground pound cancel. Okay. Yeah, this is probably a really hard set of levels. Thank you, Mild Remedy. Next time you're in, we'll give that another shot. Just Lord Bowser is up. Lord Bowser, we're doing the 7 life challenge. Let me go ahead and switch over to that. There we go. And let me get your bonus heads up. Because obviously, 7 life challenge comes with bonus heads. I've hit the button to randomize them. You got Toadette. I think on a previous occasion we've just had you be Bowser, had you gotten Bowser heads, but I feel like we gotta honor the thing. We gotta have it be actually random, unless there's like, we gotta have it actually be random. I feel like that's the best way to like honor the thing. I guess there is a question of like, could there be like bonus heads as like a channel point thing that people could pay up to get like, or you know, that people could redeem to get extra bonus heads. We were in the middle of the Super World, right? So we're just continuing that. World 6 and beyond. Let's go, yeah. Here we go. 7 life challenge. Yes, yes, yes. Fishbone Lake. Oh, I remember this one. I feel like we played this. I think like we tried this during the lightning round and we might have bailed out. Ooh boy. Well, we'll do our best. Or maybe it was at the end of another 7 life challenge, Bowser? I think it was at the end of another 7 life challenge. We definitely played this and we definitely bailed out. So I'd like to think it was a 7 life challenge and not like this just being extremely, extremely hard. I always say 7 life challenge is no guarantee of like getting through a bunch of levels. Obviously, like if we do die 7 times on one level, that's it. That's just how it is. But I'll try my best. I always try my best to not let it end like that. Yeah, Twitter, if Twitter dies, Twitter goes away, Twitter collapses, it becomes defunct. If it just goes away entirely, then like, yeah, I guess what happens to Drill? His format, his jokes make perfect sense on Twitter, but I don't know about other places, right? I don't know, like, would he have a Tumblr? Would he have like a TikTok? No video in a wint, in a Drill tweet. That doesn't make sense. Ooh, I like what you've done here with the Toad House off the path like that. I think that looks quite nice. Yeah, I just don't know, like, what exactly happens. You know, everyone right now on Twitter is out there posting, you know, like, link trees and stuff. Like, posting all their links. Posting all the places they'll be. Which, you know, I have done as well, honestly. I have posted such a thing, which I'll say I do have a card for that later. But I'll talk about that then. But like, it very much is feeling like the end of something. You know, to the point of like everyone is bracing for it. You know, Musk has said that he would like to make it so that basically non-verified tweets are just buried, basically. And everyone who doesn't pay for verification is just buried on a separate screen. Which is like so fucking weird as an idea. Because it seems like completely out of step with reality. You know, and he said like, oh, spam will be solved because everyone who's anyone will be verified. Everyone who's anyone, which seems to me like a perspective of someone who is rich and famous and only has rich and famous friends, you know? Like, I guess someone like Musk, you could see Twitter as just being like a problem of like, oh, everyone verified is good, everyone unverified is bad. And that just comes out of the perspective of like, okay, everyone I follow is verified. Because I'm rich and famous and everyone who I'm friends with is as well. But everyone else, you know, everyone who's like in my replies is unverified and that sucks. They are all trash people. But the thing is, for most people, I think, there's not that distinction, you know, like, I would say most of the people I follow are like, I'd say most people are not like journalists or verified peoples or like people of import. A lot of them are folks that, you know, I know from places. I know from online that are, you know, small potatoes, not exactly big folks that don't have the clout that like Musk in his like has. You know what I mean? There we go. I think we played this one before you reset the, at some point, like before, by the way. And it's still a really nice level. If it looks like I was able to get through that in one go, I will say I think I played that level in just having it being submitted to me beforehand, you know, before the world was complete. So I do know it, but still, really good. I think that comes out of that perspective, right? That perspective of being rich and famous and only having rich and famous friends. But, like, that's not my perspective. My perspective is, like, most people are not verified. Most people won't be verified. So, like, burying unverified people that I follow on a separate screen, that is just psychotic. That is just... You could not have a worse plan for Twitter. Haunted Mangrove is done. We are now into the Bluebell Mines. Ooh, like the ice cream. We haven't died once so far. Which... Oh, that's a spike pit. We can't go in there. About to jump down and go get that mushroom. Fundamental misunderstanding of Twitter. But it's I do think it's interesting just to think, like, this fundamental misunderstanding might be one that a lot of rich people have, right? That everyone who's anyone is verified or can be verified. That's just not how it is. You know, most people aren't, like, don't have their Twitter feeds divided between, like, haves and haves not, right? For most people, the feed is just the feed. And it's something you make yourself. So, you know, as something you sort of put together yourself, if you don't want to see someone's tweets in your feed, you simply don't follow them. And then you don't get any spam from them. It's like, what the fuck? I guess also there maybe the issue that he has is like, oh well, what about the tweets in your feed that from people you don't follow, which, you know, are weird and dumb that happens, right? Maybe actually he's dealing with, like, retweets and, like... Maybe he's thinking about, like, retweets. I guess that would be a way, even if you're Elon Musk and you don't follow anyone who's not verified because, you know, you're rich and famous and whatever. You also still might get retweets from people who aren't verified. And you might see that and go like, ah, what the fuck? Unverified people in my feed. Oh, I don't like that. Weird. What? Oh, what? I don't know what happened there, but okay. Nice. Bonus area. We're still clean. We're still good. Oh shit, I forgot to set a 15-minute timer. I'm supposed to set a 15-minute timer during the lightning round, or sorry, a 20-minute timer during sudden death. I totally forgot. How long have we been going on the 7 Life Challenge right now? How long do you think we've been going? Let me see if a 10-minute timer is set up in the right space for that. Not really. We'll set the timer, but keep in mind we'll cut it off like halfway through or something. We'll cut it off at like the 5-minute mark, basically. Maybe like 7 minutes? That sounds about right, yeah. We'll cut it off like 10 minutes in, basically. Does that sound fair? The timers, you know, they're not all mutually interchangeable, so I can't exactly switch one out for another that easily, just because I'd have to move them. Important to remember these things. I'll try to remember in the future. Sometimes I forget my memory. I like what you've done with these chain chomps here. It's fun to have to like pound through more than one of them. Fuck.
Oh no!
In order to get to the actual, in order to free the guy. That's really inventive, and I don't think I've seen anyone doing that ever. That's neat. I need to do something with chain chomps at some point in my super world. I have used loose ones before in the super world. I haven't used ones that are on a peg. And you know, I was thinking for a second maybe that'd be in the next level, but come to think of it, it is best in levels like this where you can literally ground pound. That is maybe the best place to use them. Versus like, you know, if I used them in a Mario Brothers 1 stage. That said, the only new U level that I have left is to make is, I believe, it's Pokey Pressure, right? And Pokey Pressure, I don't know that there's room for chain chomps. Maybe. I could see chain chomps actually factoring in. By the way, if you're ever wondering how these timers work, basically they're preset with the time set, and I hit a keyboard hotkey to bring them up, and that always resets them to full time. So I can only do timers in certain increments, and they always appear in the same spots of the screen, depending on what the timer they have on them is. The time that they have, basically. Let me do another card. Marvel Snap. Talk more about Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap, still phenomenal game. Having a great time playing it daily, clearing my quests, getting new cards at a fairly good rate. Let's see. I got some card the other day. Oh, I got Leader. Who is a cool card. Basically, it's a 6-drop. Not that many stats, but what Leader does is it copies any cards that your enemy plays and plays them on your side of the board. So basically, if you're ahead on the board and you play Leader, you can trust on getting all the cards that they play and, you know, canceling them out, basically, hopefully. Unless they're playing cards that do something in particular that you haven't set out for, in which case it's not as useful. But goddamn, I always feel like I always laugh really hard when I steal someone's shit. When I steal someone's closer. It's a really fun deck. A really fun thing to use. I put together a deck in that basically oriented around like having as few cards on the board as possible in order to have room for anything I copy over from the enemy. That and also moving cards, so cards that move, I can move them into places where enemies are so that, again, there's room on the last turn for Leader to spawn in guys. It's fun in that game, just like having an idea for a deck and just putting it together. Since you can only have 12 cards and you can't have duplicates, every decision as far as like what card goes in is pretty easy to make. It's pretty easy to just like freeball it. And honestly, most decks, so long as they're not like incoherent or have like anti-synergies in them, work pretty well. And you can rank off pretty much anything, even just like a random assortment of cards. Marvel Snap, phenomenal game. Definitely like one of my games of the year this year. Like right up there with Neon White, Tunic, Tiny Kin, and Nobody Saves the World. It's been a pretty fucking good year for like the top level games, and I didn't even get into Elden Ring or Arceus. Those games, I just bounced off both of them. And even still, I'm saying like this is one of the best years in ages for like killer games. Anyway, Marvel Snap, great time. We should probably close the queue soon. It's only been two hours and change, but you know, Friday streams, they tend to be a little shorter than like you know, streams on other days. Tend to be more in the manner of around 2 or 3 hours, which I think will be well on track for by the end of this super world or whatever. Hey, Terminator Mode, thank you for the queue. Thank you for the queue. Thank you for the level. in the queue. Thank you for submitting the level to the queue. Yo, how's it going? Looking forward to Pokemon. Pokemon's, you know, coming up in the next couple weeks. Looking forward to playing that. Could be a hell of a time. That's like I think the biggest game of the year I'm still looking forward to. Other than that, I feel like everything else kind of has come out already that I know of. Maybe there'll be like some big unexpected thing, but, you know, hey, this is the big release season. Even if you do have like a potential indie darling, are you putting out in November or December? Seems like a risky proposition. Better to do so in like May or April or something when like the giants aren't running around soaking up all the sales. Oh boy, I can't actually kill that guy. My nose all irritated and itchy and stuff. Nice level. What's this world called? It's Bluebell Cave, right? Bluebell Cave? How about one more card? Follow up on how I play Pokemon games. So I talked the other day about, you know, how I need to have the information before I make a decision as far as, like, version goes. And, you know, I need to know, like, what exclusives are in a level, or in a version of Pokemon. I need to know, like, what the starters evolve into before I make a pick as far as starter goes. So you might think that I'm just like looking down the list of Pokemon, new Pokemon, and going like, okay, this is the team. But I will say, when I play Pokemon, I tend to be a little more improvisational, you know? I like to take it as it comes. I like to see what I get. I like to see what Pokemon I encounter. And, you know, I'm basically always just looking for a Pokemon that'll go on the team, and for Pokemon that I click with. And when I see a cool Pokemon, I go like, oh, they're going on the team. They're filling a niche I don't have. Yep, locked. Okay, let's do that. And, oh, I'm gonna have to learn the thing. Nice. And, that isn't to say that I can't make improvised. And that also is not to say that my team will be all new Pokemon, right? Like, I will say, I do sometimes, you know, I'll also include, like, old Pokemon if I see them and I'm like, okay, shit, I think this fills a slot on my team. This is a good one to get, right? Old Pokemon can absolutely do that just as well as new ones can. It's just a little less likely, you know, because there's only so many slots on a team that I can really sustain, so, you know, it'll be a lot of me figuring out, like, okay, what's out there, what fits on a team, what's my fire type, what's my water type, what Pokemon are not going to be on this team all the time, but will be on the team on occasion. Dang. Yeah, I will say in the latest Pokemon games that are like sort of open worldy, especially the last one, which had the open areas, and this one is literally entirely open world. You know, in those sorts of games, since there's a plethora of Pokemon that are open to your disposal, you can really just make a team of whatever Pokemon you like. And like, make it your own team and make it very different from what everyone else is doing. You know, because there are like hundreds of Pokemon that could be on your team nowadays in the new way of doing things, your team is probably going to be pretty different from like everyone else's team. Whereas it used to be like, okay, for the first like 5 hours of the game, there's only like 2 electric Pokemon, so you're gonna have you're gonna have the new one of those. You're gonna have the electric Zebra. Like, that's just the one you're gonna get. And there's only one flying type, so you're gonna have that one too. Whereas, like, in Sword and Shield, I really appreciate how, you know, now you can be like, okay, I can have this one, I can have that one, I can have this, I can have that. There's just so many fucking choices now, and it fucking rules. Really allows you to have a really expressive team, and that is, like, improvised and also, like, completely original, which is what I want in Pokemon. Bluebell Mines is a thing of the past. That's right, we finished Bluebell Mines. What's this world called? The final world. And find Bowser Jr. BJR. I'm not sure what that stands for. And it is Star. This is Peach's Kingdom. Gotcha. So this, and by the way, in the kayfabe of Bowser Super World, the plot of Bowser Super World, we are playing as like Bowser Jr., I think, who has, you know, are we playing as Bowser Jr. or are we playing as Bowser? Fuck. I think we're playing as Bowser Jr. Oh, Bowser Jr. has been kidnapped. Okay, Bowser Jr. has been kidnapped. I gotcha. I thought like find Bowser Jr. in like the boss sense. So Bowser Jr. has been kidnapped. Is that right? I feel like it would make sense if you were playing as Bowser Jr. because of the whole Sunshine thing, you know? In Sunshine, he became he became Shadow Mario, and Shadow Mario, you know, is like Mario. You could easily say like we're playing as Shadow Mario right now, and it would work. Well, maybe actually, maybe Bowser can become Shadow Mario as well. Maybe it's not just a Junior Trooper thing. Are those guys on clouds or something? They're sort of going back and forth. Let's easy. Go ahead and grab that. No, probably just moving platforms. Nothing fancy. Might be able to finish the world? Yeah, totally. I will say we do have extra time right now on the timer because it took me a bit to start the timer. I think maybe 5 minutes had passed, so we'll cut it off at 5. We have to cut it off at 5, I think, just to be fair. Just because, you know, like I said, little extra time. We might be able to finish the world soon. I don't know about during the lightning round, or during sudden death here, or, sorry, 7 life challenge here. The last ghost house of the super world. Nice. And by the way, when the timer goes off, that's not the end. We still go into do or die, and we have a chance to finish the level, but we can't die or else it's over. So it's basically like a one life remaining that will let us finish out the level if we're, you know, really good, basically. It's a dark level. It's pretty traditional, though. Pointing this way, the arrow is. Should we listen to the arrow, I wonder? If the arrow is leading us astray. The one thing it hasn't been, I think, is all that good a year for movies. There haven't been that many kick-ass movies this year. Like, honestly, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's the only one I can think of. We're cutting it off after the next level because 5 minutes. That's what I said earlier. Because I was late in starting the timer and all. But Nope. Oh, was Nope this year? I thought Nope was last year. Oh, am I thinking of... What's the movie with the... Oh, I'm thinking of Nobody. I'm thinking of Nobody. I haven't actually seen Nope. Whoops, that wasn't the right thing to do. What is the plot of Nope? I'm not familiar. And it's do or die, y'all. Tell me about this Nope. I'm not familiar. Oh geez, that's an indicator of the guy. Not of like a hidden block or something. I guess you can't actually put hidden blocks on top of visible blocks anyhow, can you? Oh, this is gonna break our platform if we're not careful. Or if we just get unlucky like that. Alien? Oh yeah, I heard the Alien movie was good. I didn't see it myself. I'm never been one much for Alien. I mean, I've seen... Fuck. I've seen a good amount of the Alien movies, I guess, but not a lot of them. Not a lot of them. Whew, our raft made it. Those last ones are a little easier to deal with because the thing is a little nearer to the ground. Oh shit, we gotta time this. Well, that works. Right, we can get into that gap. There we go. Probably a power-up down here. Ever played the original Sonic? No, I don't think I have. Not in full. I might have played it a little bit at some point, like on some... I don't know, like at a friend's house or something. But never in full. Never that much. I think I've tried it. I think I've tried it before, but... I'll say, like, it's not my favorite brand of 2D platforming. I love Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, though. That's my favorite Sonic game. And Mania was pretty good. I think Mania was pretty good despite me not being into that style of Sonic game all that much. This is a tough level. We need a bomb. There it is. You know what power they should add to Mario Maker 2? What power? The blue shell from Super DS? That's where you, like, can hit down and you can become like a turtle shell, right? That's in other ones as well. I think, like, the penguin would be a good one. If we're just talking, like, Mario powers, the penguin would be fun. There's a bunch you could do from the more recent games that could totally go in there. Anyway, that's the 7 Live Challenge, folks. Thank you, Lord Bowser. Let me go back to the lightning round now. There we are. Lightning round is a go. Go ahead and hit, I'll hit complete. Do or die means that we finish the level and then we move on, or we die and we move on. Either way, we gotta keep things moving, Lord Bowser. Of course, the queue is not closed. You can resubmit a level. I'll say 8:30, coming up in a minute, in like 10 minutes now. That's when we'll close the queue, and you know, get to wrapping up. People have been asking since Mario Maker 1, and it can fit like anything. You think that there's zero chance there's not the Ice Flower in the next game? I don't know, because the Ice Flower makes most sense when you can, like, shake the controller to pick something up. Whereas, like, other than Super Mario Bros. 2 suit, there's been no concept of picking things up over your head in this game. So I think that'd be a little bit weird. You think you'll be able to pick up the ice cubes? Oh, I guess you can pick up, like, people in multiplayer, can't you? I guess I haven't considered that. Okay, so there is some precedent then. There is some precedent to that being a thing in Mario Maker. Seeing that I did make y'all wait a good bit through that, that I think it's probably extra long 7 Life Challenge. I'll give y'all some bonus heads for this as well. Let me get up the blinker. Next one should be pretty short. Okay, shit. That's good to hear. Nin Alexander, who is here, by the way. Fantastic. Didn't even have to ask. I remember you saying it's a troll level, and I was kind of worried that it might not be suitable for the lightning round, but sounds like you're saying that it is, actually. Cool, okay. Let's go and do it. It would be amazing to have ice flower variety since you make mostly traditional. Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense, Gio. That makes sense. I will say, like, personally, on my wish list for number one item, is, my wish list for number one item is I want a crossover item. I want barrel cannons from Donkey Kong Country. That's all I want. Let's see. What's the difference? Can y'all see anything? I'm seriously not seeing anything. Oh wait, the stem is in a different position on the left one. Stem is the difference. This is just a regular ass spot the difference game. Oh, you swapped out the troll level. This is not a troll level. Gotcha, okay. It wasn't suited. I will say, though, it is funny sometimes to do like a troll level in sudden death, or in the lightning round. We're just like cranking through it. And, you know, we just have like 5 quick deaths and it's like in and outs. But of course, you know, hey, come back next time. At the start of every stream, we start outside the lightning round. You want to get a full 15, be here early. That's the best advice I can give on that that notion, that matter. What are we looking at here? What's the thing? Are they synchronized? The turtles are synchronized, I think. They're all moving in the same direction. Well, we can just bust all these open just for fun. I don't see anything, and by the way, I'm blocking part of the one on the left. I will say nothing, I don't see anything behind myself that is, like, relevant to this thing. Maybe the bottom? Looking closely. Oh, wait, that's... There seems to be something behind the tire here, but I think that's just a background cloud. Don't think that's anything. I'm gonna... Wait! There's a thing behind the eyes in the center one. There's a thing behind the eyes in the center one. Right. And I can't like point it out, but we got it. Okay, cool. Here, black background behind the blocks. And the one on the right. Let's see, what are we doing here? This stem ends before it doesn't go all the way down on the left one. The vine. Oh, also it's showing us what the difference is when we actually go through. Like just in isolation. Let's see, the flower is in the same spot. Blocks all look the same. There's a little bit... This one has a little bit of extra pixels around the P block. Yeah, there's a cloud there. It's a nice little level. I like how you've done the auto scroll to like make it so that... It's all good. Like how you did the auto scroll to make it so that you always have to keep going once you make a decision. That's smartly done. Really nice little level. Alright, let's see the next one. And it's still not 8:30 quite. So after this level, which is by Lord Cell, who left a little earlier, after this level we'll do it. Lord Cell isn't here. We'll close the queue. Lord Cell had to go, so we'll do it in sudden death. Thank you anyway for leaving it. We have 2 tries. I think this might be the troll level from earlier. So I think we might have an idea what to do. We have to do it with near perfect execution though. And by the way, since the Wait, maybe this is a different one, actually. Is this the same one? Let me see the description. Oh, yeah, this is the same one. Yeah. We have to do it in one go. Oh, wow, it looks longer than I thought it was. Let me just select it from here, actually. This is the Ghost Leval. And let's go. 2 tries, sudden death. Here we go. Okay, we gotta jump to the thing. Hold down and to the right. Now go up. Around through here. Beautiful. Key switch. Played this level before. Fuck! So we know what to do. At least for the first section. We got 1 try to clinch it out, folks. Let's do our best. That was a bad jump. Thank you for the level. I'm sure we'll be seeing that again eventually, Lord Cell. That is what it is. It is only barely 8:30 now. So, let's go ahead and hit next. Droopman, please confirm. Tell you what, after this next level, that's when we'll close the queue. Droopman, go ahead and confirm. I'm gonna punch this in, and in the meantime, I still got like a couple more cards, maybe like 1 or 2 or 3. Been playing a bit of Neon White idly. That's one of my favorite games of the year, so pulled it back up and started doing some random runs, improving, the times and shit. Hey, Droopman, there you are. Fantastic. And it's been fun going back and doing that. I went on some Discords that I'm on and found some more friend codes of people who got the Switch version, which unfortunately most people did not, so I haven't been able to actually, compete on times with many people, but I have a few people on my leaderboards right now, and I have seen that, I went and did the first level and beat all their times, and that turned out to be good enough to get the red, developer time badge, basically, which I had never seen before, actually. I'd gotten all aces, but never a red developer time. And, I actually played another level. I've been playing, just improving times on a bunch of them randomly. I actually did another level like that and also got a developer time, which I thought was pretty sick. Felt pretty good about that. Let's do Droopman's level. Neon White, that's definitely one of the best games of the year, one of my favorites. I do sometimes regret that I got the Switch version a little bit. God damn it, I like the convenience of it. I like the convenience of just playing on my my playing it portably, playing it on the go. This is like a wacky version of 1-1 from Super Mario Bros. 3. Nice. I think it is just a really fucking good game, and y'all, I would highly recommend Neon White. That's honestly right now I feel like it's right up there for Game of the Year. Like it might be the one of the ones I played this year, of the ones I've gotten into, and there's been a bunch like Tunic, Nobody Saves the World, Tinykin, Marvel Snap. They're all up there, but Tunic kind of leaning towards that right now. We'll see in time. All right, folks, how that ends up. All right, I'm hitting complete on that level, Droopman. And, yo, it is now time to close the queue. So, get your last levels in here. By the way, I will say again, I'll vamp a little bit while I am buying time. Check out my latest level, Koopa First 3 Meteor Meltdown, was uploaded earlier in the stream. Oh, hey, Droopman left a comment. First, that's right, you are first. True. Y'all should check it out. See if it's hard or easy or whatever. Let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to seeing some feedback. Hopefully people have a good time, think it's fun. It might be a little bit tough. Might be a little bit, it might be a little bit much in some places, but honestly, it is World 7. It's supposed to be a little bit hard. Thank you for the for the follow. Not fired 88. Again, the queue is about to close, so get in any last levels you have while I am talking through this. While I am talking about my own stuff, that is what I am inviting right now. Next level is, of course, water level, so I'm gonna have to figure that out sometime soon. You have one not fired? Perfect, get it in right now. I also got more cards. Oh, this is a good one. Follow up on what I would do, what I do and where I go if and when Twitter dies. This has been something that people have been thinking about. The queue is closing, not fired, and it's not closed yet, so get it in right now, and you'll be good. You are getting in at the tail end here. What I would do if Twitter were to go away. You know, I've seen a lot of people like signing up for Mastodon and co-hosts and all that, and like trying to get in on that and linking their profiles and all through like a link tree or just like a tweet that has a bunch of links in it. And honestly, I don't plan on doing anything like that. I've signed up for co-host and I found pretty quickly like, oh, I don't want this in my life. I think I'm good. It doesn't have an app, so I can't like check it on the go conveniently. And it's kind of seems like Tumblr, but not as good. And Mastodon, you know, it seems like it's complicated as far as like it's all decentralized and it's all like various instances, and it's like, I don't really want to deal with all that. That seems like a real hassle. Not gonna mess around with either of those, but you know, I'll say like honestly, as far as Twitter goes, my focus over the last couple of years, over like the last 5 years or so, has gone much more towards like Discord and like, you know, in the last year towards Twitch, towards like just chatting with y'all and just having this be like my social outlet for like saying my takes and getting my opinions out there. And I don't really know that I need Twitter all that much anymore, though it is handy as like for promoting levels, for promoting streams and all that, but it's not so handy that I would go and do co-host. That's not happening. No. If it goes away, I'll probably just be more on Discord, which, again, I was trending in that direction anyway. I'd say, like, in the last few years, I've been 90% Discord, 10% Twitter, to the point where I'm always thinking, like, I should write my tweet at some point rather than just reading them and retweeting the ones that I like. And I should tweet more, basically. But, you know, if it goes away, it's like, okay, that's problem solved. Can we go to the levels now? In a second. Anyway, that's about what I have to say about that. Think that's enough equivocating. That's enough vamping. I think we are now good to go. Everyone's got their levels in. Good. Let's close the queue. Whoops, I messed up on my phone. 1 second. Let's close that queue. Sub is on that ticket, that emoji that Joe posted. There's a sub goal, by the way. If y'all want to contribute, we'll do a Sonic 2 watch party and also Mario Party at the same time. And also there'll be Sonic Adventure 2 Last Story, finishing that up as part of that stream. Also, let me do the promo. Pull up the promo. Randomizer Roulette coming Sunday, November 20th, in about a week and change. You know, a week and then the Sunday after, a week from now. It'll be a extra live stream, 12 hours, and it's gonna have like me switching between 4 randomizers every 5 to 10 minutes automatically. I'm closing the queue right now, by the way. Look forward to that. That's coming up. And I have all sorts of incentives and also a Steam code to give away for Yoku's Island Adventure, which is a very fun pinball Metroidvania that works a lot better than it sounds. It actually is like really chill and good. If y'all haven't played it, y'all should check it out. And I'll have a Steam code to give away during the randomizer roulettes. Ooh, my nose is irritable. All right, the queue is closed. Let me hit next and see whose level is up next. Bigger UI. Next level is by Terminator mode. Terminator mode, please confirm. And by the way, it is as it always is if you're not here. Instead of giving your level the full time of day, I do it in sudden death. Terminator is here, so we don't got that problem. It's all good. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to this weekend. There'll be a nice episode of Bochi the Rock, and also a bunch of other animes. Most of my animes this season are on like Saturday for some reason, and you know, I like to watch them. I like to watch them all. Here we go. 5 tries on the board. Here we go. Die. That's... Ah! Oh, that doesn't look so hard. Okay, it's not like a death trap. It's just a little bit of a chase. So long as we jump good and run good, could be... Oh, God! The stompies. Oh, the stomps. That fucks us up. I wonder if we can jump over the first guy and not stomp on his head. No, that's not possible. No way. Fuck! Springs. The springs got us. I guess also, even if we don't stomp him, the thwomp will take him forward with us. Oh, God. The random jumps. The random jumps screwed us there. Not sure there's anything we can do about that. Terminator mode is laughing in the chat. That is a proper reaction to that. Dang it! I feel like we got... I think we did pretty well for our first time. The world record is like 20 seconds, so probably not that much farther to go. Still, wasn't able to do it. Thank you for the level, such as the lightning round. Let's keep things moving. Let's get to the next one. I still got like one more card, I think. So I'll pull that up while I'm typing in the next code. The next code is by... It's Joe! Joe, go ahead and confirm. You were here like a minute ago before the next level, so there you go. This is a mostly one-for-one remake of Green Hill Zone. I was doing pretty good. Yeah, I thought so too, but you know, hey, lightning round. Sometimes I should probably, by the way, you know, I do realize I did. Yeah, I did quickly. This is the lightning round Terminator, by the way. I only have 5 tries to beat each level that comes, 7 for subs. So that's just how it works. Every death counts, and if I die really quickly, it can really get away from me. But you know, hey, if I had beaten it in those 5 tries, it would have been incredible. So keep that in mind. Sometimes a hard level is cool during the lightning round. If only because it can be really dope to see it all work out. Pretty cool. Like what you've done with like enemies on rails to make the enemy behavior that you're looking for. That's nice. Oh, I was gonna do a card, but then I didn't. I guess I entered the code too quickly. Next time, next time. This is a weird way to do a loop. I will say, loops aren't this finicky usually. Yeah, I said loop. The box. You're just supposed to run in? Oh, does it work automatically if you just run? Gotcha. Wow, okay. If I had just been like running it, I guess it would have just worked out timing wise. I stopped halfway through the loop, so it stopped working. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for the follow. JDog is me 69. How you doing? I will say, by the way, if you're a new viewer, I do like to give new viewers the opportunity to get into queue, since they are new and all. Let me know, JDog, if you have a level, and, you know, I'll open the queue for you briefly, and you can get it in. That's right. I can see that. And I can see on my side that you are a first-time chatter, which, yes, that means new. I'll open it for you, JDog. Give me 1 second. Open queue. Go ahead and do it, and then I'll close it up. Again, I encourage y'all that aren't J-Dog to not get in on this. This is just a nice thing for new viewers. Also, sometimes I do it for people who I haven't seen in a while. You know, just the people who have been here the whole time, submitting levels, cut off as far as like people who have already gotten a level in tonight, at the very least, at the most. There you go. I'll close it back up from there. All right. I should maybe be more strict about that, but I don't know. I feel like it's good practice to open up the queue for someone who hasn't ever gotten a level played here. But it can mean that sometimes it gets away from me, and when I want to wind down, I end up going like for an extra couple of levels, which is not great, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm hitting complete, and I'm hitting next. Next up is Droopman, who just checked the list and is here. Fantastic. Let me pull a card. And the last card of the night is a shout out to If Books Could Kill podcast, which is a brand new podcast going over airport novels, which turns out are a whole thing. I honestly didn't know that much about the term airport novels, but it turns out it's like books that are full of like dollar store insight that's just, if you, upon like closer inspection, turns out to be total bullshit, right? Like the first one was covering God, what was the first book that they covered? It was let me check. The first book that podcast covered was Freakonomics. That's right. I'd heard the term Freakonomics, but I didn't know it was like a complete bullshit book full of things and ideas that just abuse statistics in order to reach absurd ends. And the last one they covered was Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, which turns out is the books that if you ever heard that it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert on something, that's the book where it came from. And it's based on bullshit. Basically, the examples that are used to construct the argument are not correct in the first place. There's no study that like can affirm that, and also there's just a bunch of bullshit that the podcast takes a lot of pleasure in like dismantling and like going over and being like, okay, this is bullshit, and this is why. Let me tell you about this argument. Let me tell you about a thing that's in Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, which is mostly a book about how smart people are really, or like rich people are really smart and shit, and they work really hard to get where they got lucky, and also they worked hard to get where they are. It's basically the thesis of the book. But there is also a chapter about how, there's 2 chapters that are like weirdly racist in that book. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool-ass level, by the way, Droopman. I love what you've done with spike balls here. This is just... Oh, shit. Oh, God. This is just rad as hell. There's 2 chapters in Outliers, it turns out, which is what the podcast yesterday was about, that are like weirdly racist. The first one is basically a claim that like Koreans can't. A Korean airline had a couple more like had like an above average amount of crashes in a year, and the book tries to make the argument that's because like Korean culture is like weirdly deferential, and Koreans are therefore more likely to crash airplanes due to communication issues. Well, it turns out if you look at the examples that they give, first off, they have 7 planes that crash, right? And it turns out 2 of them were shot down by the Russians, and 1 of them was bombed by North Korean extremists. So, like, okay, 3 of your 7 examples are warfare or terrorists, so I don't think that has anything to do with, like, Korean culture, necessarily. That's just racist. That's just bullshit. And your other examples are based on a mistranslation of, like, the logs. Like, the one transcript of, like, one of the crashes. It's total bullshit. And then also, there's another chapter after that, apparently, that goes into why Asians are smart at math, which, by the way, is not actually substantiated in the chapter. You're just supposed to take it as written that like, oh yeah, Asians are good at math. And the reason they say is like, oh, because rice patties and rice parties are like really hard to do, so that's why they're good at math. And it's like, what the fuck? First off, you have no evidence to say that they're good at math. You're just supposed to believe that beforehand, before you read the book, apparently. And the other thing about that is that they basically give like an example of like, okay, well these countries placed really well in this like math test, and you look at that and go like, well, wait a minute. One of those countries that you didn't mention is just an Asian country, not a country with rice farms. And also, there's 2 countries with rice farms that placed poorly on the test. So, bullshit. And it's been really interesting, like, learning about that stuff. And, thank you for the level. It was quite nice. Very good traditional level. And thinking about, like, oh shit, you know, I'm gonna really enjoy just those 2, which, by the way, is like Lawboy and someone from 5-4, I think. Those are the 2 ones that made that podcast, If Books Could Kill. Really looking forward to them picking apart more bullshit. And it's definitely making me think of like bullshit stuff that I like read into as like a youth or like a young person or whatever. You know, I've definitely like read a few books that probably were complete bullshit or like completely off the mark. I remember as a kid I read a whole book about like, oh, what if the speed of light was a variable, was not fixed. And I remember it being really convincing, but it was probably, you know, considering that I've watched so much like science YouTube and no one ever, this theory is probably like completely bunk for like loads and loads of reasons. But it was just very convincing at the time for someone who wasn't like a scientist or whatever. I wonder if that's the kind of thing they'll get into in the podcast. I also remember one about like the essential like brain types and gender, which probably gave me some really dumb ideas for a while that I really had to get out of there because yeah, that's gender essentialism is some troubling shit, even if you hedge it in like, oh, it's just averages. No, man, just don't. It's not worth thinking about. You're gonna get into a bad place if you fuck around with that shit. You know, it's not it, basically. Okay, here we go. OSP Cave Goomba. That says from Not Fired. Not Fired, please confirm if you're here. And we'll play your level. Definitely thinking about some old books that I read. It was like and definitely wondering like, oh, that's probably a good one to take the piss out of. It's probably all wrong. I wonder though if it's gonna get into more like sciencey, like crank books, right? Like, is that the kind of thing, or is it all going to be like sociological in nature? The books that they read on the podcast. I wonder. I also just wonder how many there are out there. You know, I guess they can do like, there's authors out there that they've written a lot of books. An interesting thing they talked about on the last podcast was like why you don't see this kind of shit these days. And apparently like one of the things that they were thinking, which I think is right on the mark, is that, well, in the days like social media world, if you wrote a book and you had a chapter talking about like, oh, South Asian like paddy farming is why Asians are smart at math. You know, if you just put out a book like that, instead of like people just accepting it on its face, or like the people who realize it's bullshit just keeping it to themselves, instead you'd find on Twitter someone being like, hello, I study South Asian paddy farms for a living, it's what I do, and let me explain why this book is bullshit. And it would be a whole viral thread that would go viral, and everyone would get a kick out of it, just seeing like arguments being like deconstructed, you know, on Twitter live. I don't see Not Fired, so let's go ahead and just get in on it. Thank you for the level, Not Fired. We'll do our best. We have 15 minutes. By the way, this is how it works. If you're not here, we do it in sudden death, where you get significantly fewer tries, basically. Okay, this is some sort of 20-second puzzle. Okay, Oh. Okay. What? What? Oh, oh. Okay, we gotta get good, but oh crap! I'm not gonna. I shouldn't have touched the controller at the start. I'm not gonna count that one. I'll give you a freebie there, I guess. Okay, let's do it and do it good. 10 seconds. Go through here. Wait, what about this? No. Okay, it's gonna block me, so I can't actually go through this door. Shit! I might be fucked. Damn it! Oh! 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 Hey, look at that! We got through. Ooh. That was close. Shit. That was 0-0 on the clock. All right, 2 tries. That's all we needed. Nice. And let's. I see J Dog is here. Fantastic. Last level of the night. Let me go ahead and hit complete on the last one. Complete. And hit next. Last level is by J Dog. Let's go ahead and punch it in and get on to playing it. This has been a nice 3-hour stream. That's about what the length of a Mario Maker stream ought to be, so that makes about, I think that's about right. We'll do this level, and then we'll send y'all on a bit of a raid somewhere good. Ooh, we have our choice of levels. That's nice. Any requests, J Dog? I could play your latest one. I could play Mario's Mushroom Trip. Let's see. This one's pretty. Your latest levels are pretty popular, huh? Nice. That's good. All your levels are actually pretty successful, actually. Oh wow, they're actually all pretty old, except for. Okay, that makes sense then. That they all had time to gain up the things. You want to do Mario's Mushroom Trip and Caves of Ice and Fire are both all right. Okay, let's go with the Mushroom Trip. Let's go with that one then, since that's the one you mentioned first. All right, here we go. Last level. Looks pretty traditional. You haven't played in a year and a half. Gotcha. Sometimes you need a massive break to really, you know, get the creative juices flowing again. You know, I always say, in Mario Maker, I feel like some people burn out because, frankly, it's a creative process. And like any creative process, you can get burned out. You can get burned out, you can be in a place where you're just like, okay, nothing's coming to me. I just need to stop. And in those cases, it's healthiest to, you know, stop. And to take a nice big break, and when you come back, you'll be loaded with good ideas. Or, you know, hey, you could just, you don't have to come back, of course. Not to say that you always need to come back. But if you are coming back, that's nice. Look forward to seeing more from you in the future, potentially. You bust this guy on the head. There we go. Now that that's done, I can steal the clown car. Fly up. Yeah, so you're getting back into the making swing of things. That's nice. Hopefully you find some nice ideas. Put together some nice levels. Like this one. That was a nice level.
Oh yeah.
Not too complicated, but pretty nice and light fun. Alright, folks. That's gonna do it for a stream. Let me Let me look and see who's online and who I can send y'all to. I think I'll send you to... Let's see. Team Kayla is doing God of War Ragnarok. Maybe y'all might want to stay spoiler free though. A lot of people are streaming tonight, actually. Wow. A lot of people that I follow are streaming. I did see someone on a Discord. Can you see if you still have enough world records for a medal? Yeah, sure. Let me see. Doesn't appear like you have a medal. Any medals for world records? Yeah. You've lost them over time, looks like. That can happen. I saw someone on Discord who was doing a extra live stream, so I think I'm gonna send y'all over there. Let me see. Someone from a Discord I'm on, specifically. Obviously, sometimes everyone's doing an extra live stream at some time, but I'd like to do a raid onto one such person who's doing that right now. So let me go ahead and find wherever that was. Looking at my Discords now. Let me see. Trying to remember which Discord it was in. Maybe... No. Try this one. Oh yeah, I found it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a raid on Lunar Droid, who is doing, I believe, Extra Life for doing Extra Life right now. Oh wait, was only a 2-hour stream for Extra Life? Okay, shit. Lunar Droid is not currently live. Okay, we'll do it on someone else then. We'll do it on someone else who is live then. Let me see. Let me see. Shaker Jeans. Friendly Fire Pod. Tiger. Bayleaf is doing Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is pretty fun. Let's raid Bayleaf. Bayleaf is a speedrunner, also done some randomizer stuff. You joined the Discord? That's nice, thank you. There's a lot of stuff over there on the Discord. Let's do a raid on Bayleaf. That sounds like a good idea. Bayleaf. Vampire Survivors is a pretty cool game. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We'll be going over there. Alright, folks, let me bring down the lightning round business. And, folks, thanks for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I will see y'all next time, which, by the way, will be, let me bring up the thing. First off, randomizer roulette. That's in, a week and a half. Not a week and a half, like, the weekend after next, basically. About a week's time, we'll be doing the randomizer roulette. That'll be my big extra live stream. And it'll involve me switching between randomizers randomly every 5 to 10 minutes over the course of 12 hours. Hopefully we'll meet our goals. Hopefully we'll finish in a good order. We'll see about that. Look forward to that. And here is the schedule itself. I'll be back on Mondays. On Monday around 8 p.m. Central for viewer levels, and also I'll do GTA after that. Thursdays I'm doing Treasure Hunting Thursdays, which is a replay of Uncharted 2 and Wario Land 4, 2 games that have treasure hunting as a main thing. And also I'll be back on Fridays as usual. Schedule might change Thanksgiving week, by the way. Probably not a Thursday stream that week, but we'll see. You know, that obviously week, things are going to turn up. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for raids, subs, follows, all that. See you next time. Levels. Bye. Good night.